It all started with this perfume right here. Today I have a Zara haul for you. I was so excited to try out all of these perfumes, and I think I saw all of them in YouTube videos where people were raving about them, so I had to try them. But I am not as excited as I thought I would be. So let's discuss it. So as I said, everything started with this one right here, which is called Majestic Green. It is from the men's section, and this is an absolute stunning perfume. Definitely niche quality. It smells like a sophisticated Celine perfume. Could easily be in the lineup of Celine perfumes. It's so beautiful. It's like an iris, powdery, slightly creamy, cozy scent, and definitely unisex. Spot on unisex. And I think they already discontinued this, and I just got it a couple of months ago. So I was very sad to hear that. But because I was so happy with this purchase, I was like, okay, let's see what Zara has. And there were so many Zara hauls that popped up during the last couple of weeks, because I think Zara is really releasing perfumes every week. I was there just like 1.5 weeks ago, and there were new perfumes already, and this one wasn't there anymore. And then I think 2 days later, I saw a new YouTube video about a whole new collection of Zara perfumes. So it's definitely too much. And I think now that I've tried all of those, I think they should just release maybe half and then try to do them like properly, like really nice perfumes, just like this one. But let's just start, and we will start with the men's section perfumes. I was so happy when I saw those new small bottles. Thing is that I have a big collection, and I do not need 100 milliliter of any perfume. And so 30 milliliters is just perfect for me. And this is Sunrise on the Red Sand Dunes. This is definitely hyped in the fragrance community, and for good reason. This was not a fail at all. It is supposed to be a dupe of Imagination by Louis Vuitton, and I think they did a really nice job of doing an alternative. I do not think it's a dupe, especially in the mid. I get something else, but then the top and also the dry down, it really reminds me of Imagination. It's not as refined, it's definitely not as loud, it doesn't last a long time. Imagination on my husband lasts 24 hours, it seems. This is a lot more quiet, but it's a very fresh, easy grab. I would say it's unisex, leaning masculine, definitely. I could see myself wearing it. I have been wearing it one time already, and I liked it on myself. It's just that my husband wears Imagination so much. It's a little bit weird for me to use this one because it reminds me of my husband so much. But it's definitely a very nice perfume that smells like a niche perfume. Disclaimer, because I just saw this perfume and it reminded me of my order. I'm not the biggest Zara shopper in general, but they get me with the perfumes. So I did an online order, and I ordered this one, which is called Sand Desert at Sunset. So it's the same collection as the other one, and it was not in my package. Thankfully, the customer service was really good. They were available for chat right away, and they were like, oh my God, what happened? Was the package damaged? And then they sent this perfume and another one because one of the packages of the perfumes was ripped open. They sent both of those again, and they were here the next day. Yeah, so just keep that in mind, whatever you think of that. But this is another very hyped up fragrance because it is supposed to be a dupe of Angel's Share by Kilian. And I have a decant of Angel's Share. I also have a decant of Camra by Latafa, and I compared all of them. And so all of them are not beast mode scents at all. The camera one is very different, I think, on my skin at least. This is like the Angel's Share Dry Down. It's very linear. It doesn't really change a lot. It smells like Angel's Share in the dry down. It's quite quiet, so you have to overspray quite a bit. But if you like the dry down of Angel's Share, you can definitely try this one because it does smell very high quality. It's very cozy and a little bit boozy, a little bit fruity, powdery, elegant type of scent. It is definitely unisex. The thing is, I did not get the original Angel's Share because for me there was something lacking and it was not punchy enough for me. And this is even more quiet and a little bit more powdery, or as I said, like the dry down, the deep dry down of Angel's Share. So I think I'm going to wear this in the fall and winter time, maybe as a bed scent because it's so quiet. I'm not too sure if I would wear it out. I think the last one of the men's fragrances is this one right here. So you see they have a lot of collections out right now. And this is called Blanc Ensoleillé, a perfume by Olivia Jacobetti. And I love her creations in general, I mean. And this, I had a look what is in here. This is a milky, woody fragrance with bergamot, coconut milk, wood and musk. And this is definitely more masculine than I thought because the woods in here are like these typical masculine woods that they use in a lot of men's fragrances is what I mean. But still, it's quite creamy and fluffy and light and airy. So I'm not too sure if it's too masculine for me, but it's very beautiful because it has something like white musk by the Body Shop, this type of fluffy white musk, but then it's a lot more creamy because of the coconut milk. And definitely there's sandalwood in here. And maybe it's the sandalwood mixed with the woods, the other woods in here that I'm not too sure of. But maybe it's one that I could give my husband. But I'm not too sure if I'm ready because I like it. And I've worn it as a bed scent already, maybe like 2 to 3 times. It's very quiet. Now onto the women's section, and I have 2 classics from Zara. The first one is Apple Juice, and I have the hair or body spray of it, which is very light, so I thought I should get the perfume version. When I wanted to buy it in the first place, they were out of this. Don't know why, but I'm happy because right now they have it in the small bottle, which is 30 milliliters, and I think this was like €6 or something. I do not like that this is black and this is white, but anyway, I like the scent a lot. It's supposed to be a dupe. You corrected me, I think, for Chanel Chance au Tendre, and I like this more because the Chanel Chance line to me leans a little bit sharp, and something in Chanel just does not sit right on my skin most of the time, and this one has all of the good notes and accords in it and doesn't have the sharpness. Thing is, and the same goes for Chanel, unfortunately this does not last long at all. Maybe like 1 to 2 hours, and you have to overspray quite a lot. I've worn it maybe like 1 or 2 times, and I don't know if you can see, but I had to overspray. And only because they had a 30 milliliter version of this, I caved and I got this one because I'm always unsure when I smell this. This is Fields at Nightfall, and they've had it for quite a few years already. And this is almost a spot-on dupe for This Is Her by Zadig et Voltaire, and it is a creamy, little bit nutty, almost like coconutty sandalwood scent, and the sandalwood is very prominent in here. Also reminds me of Santal Blanc by Van Cleef & Arpels, which I also have, and I don't know why, but right now I tend to not like those very heavy sandalwood scents as much as I used to. But for some reason, I'm always drawn to this one. And I've tried one from Dries van Noten a couple of weeks ago, and it reminded me also of this one in the dry down. So I thought, let's do 30 milliliters, but I have to tell you, I don't know if I like it on my skin. I'm not too sure. Something rubs me the wrong way, but then again, it's like cozy and gourmand and sweet and airy and fluffy. So I'm really unsure, but because this was also like 6 or 7 euros, it's okay. The next lineup that they have looks like this, and this I think is a perfume they had last year as well, which is called Marshmallow Addiction. And I love that they came up with 30 milliliters of these perfumes as well. These ones are more expensive though. This is I think 12 euros or something, and I bought it because people said that it smelled like those old Escada perfumes, but a little bit more elevated. On the Zara website it says it has fruity notes and gourmand notes and musk and vanilla, and I've tried it a couple of times, and people say that these perfumes in those bottles right here are more expensive because they use a lot more oil than alcohol and water, and that they stay for quite a long time. So this one I'm unsure of. It does last a little bit longer than Apple Juice or Fields at Nightfall. Still, it's not a long-lasting perfume at all. I'm very unsure about this perfume. It has something fruity about it, and it does remind me of those good old days when Escada was all of the rage, but it has something dusty about it that reminds me of Erba Pura by Serjov. I don't like the dustiness of that one, so I do not like it in here, and it's even more pronounced on my skin. And so every time I wear it, I'm like, I like the fruitiness of it, and it's fun and flirty. And then you get this dusty note, and it's like, okay. I've worn it quite a lot in the last couple of days to try to like it a lot more, but I'm very unsure about it. Same goes for this one, which is called Peach Glow. And one YouTuber, I think, said that this smelled like peach yogurt or peach dessert. And since my hands are already full with perfume, I will spray it on here. But on me, it has a fruity note. To me, it doesn't really smell like peach and not creamy at all. It has a slight bit of a milkiness to it, but it's very sharp. Reminds me a little bit of Chanel perfumes. The sharpness that Apple Juice doesn't have, this one has on the test strip and also on me. It's very fruity. I don't know, it reminds me also of this one right here. So they're quite similar. Fruit bowls with some flowers, and they're a little bit creamy. Also, Marshmallow Addiction has nothing to do with marshmallows, just saying. And they both have something a little bit vintagey, mature. This one is dusty, this one is quite sharp, so I don't know. I'm trying to combine them with other perfumes so that the other ones maybe last longer and these ones don't have the sharp or the dusty notes coming out, but I'm not impressed. And the last one for today is called Tuesday, Totally Terrific. And I don't know which collection this one is from, but it's like a weekly collection. I don't know if it's like a cooperation with a perfumer or something, but this one had quite a good rating, so I went ahead and bought it blind. And this is a big bottle. This is 75 milliliters, which is a lot, and it also wasn't cheap as well for Zara. I mean, I think it was 20 to 30 euros. And this one has bergamot and lemon in the top, and the heart lily and cardamom, and then the base vanilla cream. And the lemon and the vanilla cream, they got me together with the cardamom. I love all of those notes a lot. And this one is in the top very citrusy scent, but it has a powderiness to it, which also leans a little dusty on my skin. And then comes the cardamom, which in here leans a little bit more almost woody. So it has this very masculine vibe to it. And on me, the vanilla cream is more the backbone of the fragrance. It's more like holding it together and making it not as spicy and woody, but it's not a vanilla fragrance at all. Unfortunately, I was thinking of a lemon vanilla ice cream with some spiciness mixed into it. That's what I imagined. It's not what I get on my skin. Though it's very beautiful, I think I would not wear it, but my husband fell in love with it. It's just that he thought the top and the mid was extremely beautiful, like 10 out of 10. He was head over heels, and then the dry down it got a little bit more blah. But I think still he was going to wear it. These were all of the perfumes for today, but Zara just released a men's line with Alberto Morillas, and I think all of them have oud in them. We've smelled them already, and there was one that smelled like, for me, a better version of Oud Wood by Tom Ford. It was extremely beautiful and sexy, but very weak. That's why my husband did not get it. And then there was another men's selection with one perfume called, I think, Lush Vetiver. This was long lasting. It was green and fresh, had something about a green tea fragrance mixed with a very fresh and uplifting vetiver. It was beautiful, and I think he's going to order it. But that was my Zara perfume haul. Let me know if you've tried any of those perfumes. Let me know if you have any suggestions on those two perfumes, how I can combine them maybe with other perfumes so that they smell a lot more nice and not as dusty or sharp. And let me also know which Zara perfume you can recommend to me, and also, very important, ones that do last but also smell expensive and not very generic and cheap. Hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.